Good Tuesday and happy noon o'clock. What's up, you guys? It is Tuesday, Q&A day, and today we come together to answer all of your questions. So, what do you guys
Let's
say?
get straight to it, shall we?
Let's get straight to it.
First question comes from a newer Inner Circle member.
Nice.
Jess Chan in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Is that Tennessee?
Mm-hmm.
In case you didn't know, TN is Tennessee. How do you motivate yourself?
Okay, Miss Geography.
Totally guessing. How do you motivate yourself to get up and work out when all you feel like doing is laying on the couch because you're so tired? First of all, in the chat, who has ever felt this way?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great question, Jess. It's a great question.
Do you want to do your response first? Before mine?
I'm out of all beverages.
I feel like I'm about to lay the hammer today.
Ooh, I'm excited for the hammer to be laid. Now, I would say first of all, we have to understand what motivation is. And you know what I like to do when I want to know what something means? No, not motivational quotes. Motivation. Definition. The reason or reasons one has for acting or behaving a particular way. I'd be curious to know what the derivation of that word is. But the general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Now, do we always have a reason or reasons for acting or behaving a particular way? Yes. Do you always give yourself a moment to come to the conclusion as to what the reason is? This is called mindfulness.
Mm-hmm. Intentionality.
This is called intentionality.
Uh-huh.
Do you ever consider what the reason is? There's always a reason for doing something or not doing something. 100% of the time, every time, it never fails. Nobody ever does something because for no reason. Nobody ever wants to know something for no reason. Why do you want to know? Just wondering. Yeah, but why are you wondering? So what you do something, what's the reason for doing that something? Now, if you don't have a strong enough reason, the motivation will go away. I'm going to get to your question, but first I just want to have an understanding of the word motivation.
Mm-hmm.
The general desire or willingness of someone to do something. Now, do you have a general desire to work out? Probably. That's why you're thinking about it. That's why you're thinking I should do it. Are you willing to work out? That's where things get sticky. Because now you're choosing. You have to choose. If you're not feeling particularly motivated, this is what I was going to get into. If you're not, Nina, you nailed it. Why'd you got to jump the gun on me?
Well, I saw it. I'm
so
like,
good.
I got to showcase that.
It's so good. This is where this is where I'm going. But you have a choice. And it lies in the willingness. Now, when you create habits, which come from discipline, and when you are disciplined in something, it means you're doing it even if you don't feel like doing it. I see. Discipline. The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior using, a branch of knowledge, typically discipline, train to obey rules or a code of behavior. using punishment to correct disobedience, which is just called accountability. There's a reaction to every action. And at first, you don't particularly feel motivated. Discipline is doing the thing, even if you don't feel like it, because the thing that you get if you don't do it is worse than you doing it. So you have to understand why you want to do it, which goes back to motivation, feeling the desire and willingness of someone to do something. So you have the desire, you've got to be willing. And in that willingness, you have to understand the why. Why am I doing this? And if I don't, what's the consequence or the discipline said in, or what's the consequence or the punishment, which was part of the definition of discipline, if I don't do it? And then you make a logical decision, fuck your emotion and your feeling, and you have to do it. And the more times you do that, the more discipline you create. And when you are more disciplined, somehow you become motivated, I would say, on a more normal basis. But I am not always motivated to do what I know I need to do. That's where you can lean into discipline. Okay, I said a lot of things and stuff.
Yeah, so this is a great transition because here's the thing, like justifying lack of motivation to not do something is simply just an excuse. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm sharing that is because depending on where you're at in your journey, the approach is going to be different. Okay. Like with where Erin and I are at in our journey, like, if you wanted my honest opinion of what I would do, like it would sound harsh. Okay. So we're going to talk about it in just a second.
But you could talk about what you would do.
I will talk about what I'm going to do, but for a lot of people, it may not apply. So first, what I want to share with you guys is that your approach to what do I do when I don't feel motivated to work out will be different for every person based on where they're at. And there's no right or wrong. It just, it has to be some kind of hack that you create for yourself in order to basically like get off your butt and get your ass moving. Because simply relying on motivation to accomplish something, it is just not a great approach. But I get it. At the beginning, you need more of that like hype up. I will tell you this, that if Erin and I relied on motivation to do whatever we do every single day, like we will not accomplish like as much as we know we're capable of each and every day, because there are so many times where we don't feel like doing it. So that's where discipline comes in. Okay. Discipline is basically doing what you got to do because it's the right thing, regardless of your emotions. Like it's getting yourself to do something regardless of whether you're tired, whether you're feeling emotional, whether you're feeling stressed, whether you're feeling angry, whether you're feeling angry. It's like, there is a quote that goes, your goals don't care about your emotions. And it's true. However, when you are getting started in this journey, your emotions are going to drive you. Like your emotions dictate your actions more than your discipline will. But over time, the goal is to learn the tools that we need to do to shut down those voices, those emotions, and do what we got to do because we know what we have to do. And regardless of how we feel, we're going to do it. Okay. So it really is just a journey of discipline. So just, what I would recommend for you is, for one, an increased level of awareness, knowing that, motivation alone is not going to get you very far. Okay. So I love the fact that you're in the inner circle. This is great. What I would recommend that you do is you lean in and message your coach. And of course, if this is 5 a.m., do not expect a response from them because they have to take care of themselves too. But like depending on the time of day, like lean into your coach and just tell them how would they feel so that they can walk you through it, or just go live and just lean into the discomfort. Okay. Of course, leaning into somebody who's supportive is probably the most comfortable thing to do, right? Like leaning into, let's say, the inner circle page will require a little bit more courage. But when you get the sense of, oh, girl, I feel you, I've been there before, do that anyway. And like for accountability, like send me a post-workout selfie. Now you can't get away from it, right? And sometimes when you know that only you depend on you, it's like kind of easy to let yourself down. But when you know that you're going to be letting somebody else down or a group of people down, then you feel more pressure. And the truth is that diamonds are made under pressure. That's why a lot of people don't like pressure, because pressure gets you better. And in order for you to be better, you have to get outside of your comfort zone. So, depending on the time of day, depending on the logistics of the situation, approach number one, go ahead and lean into your coach. They will definitely help you with that. Otherwise, you can just really, lean into the group and say, you know what, you guys, I really just don't feel like working out. And this is what's happening. But man, hey, Olivia, hey, Nina, hey, Jessica. Yeah, girl, I've been there before. Go work out. Okay, maybe I'm just going to go work out, right? But either way, you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. By leaning in, by doing something that you don't feel like doing, and also by pumping yourself up and telling yourself, I am motivated. And I'm going to do this workout. You can either control your mind or you can let your mind control you. But the only way to control your mind is to train your mind to act that way. Otherwise, it's going to control you. So if you wanted my opinion of logistically, like how I would go about it, here's what I would tell you. You guys, I do not sit on the couch during the day. Absolutely not, especially before I got my workout in. And I know that it sounds crazy, but for me, I correlate sitting on the couch with decompressing. There's no way in hell that I'm going to be in go mode when I'm in decompress mode. You guys, environment. We're either in fight or flight or we're rest and digest mode. And in fact, I'm in complete rest and digest when I'm on my couch. So for me, I correlate the couch with shit. Like this is the end of the day and I'm done. There's fumes coming out of my brain and just complete decompress mode. So what I would tell you to do, based on how I know myself is
don't sit on the couch.
Don't sit your ass on the couch before you get your workout in.
I wrote a whole list of things. And you know what? We have this fancy whiteboard back here, which I'm going to use. But something was wrong with the stand. So I've been unable to put it on a stand, which means I can't wheel it closer to y'all to see, but it would be cool. I would have written all these things on here, but I made a list of tactics. Because the goal is to create habit. You need discipline to create habit. Mm-hmm. Okay. But if I don't have it yet, how do I begin to get it? You mentioned pumping yourself up. I talked about I wrote down hype music. Make a playlist that gets you hyped, that gets you just amped up. Put your why somewhere you can see it easily. What's the reason you care to work out anyways? Why do you even want to work out? What's the goal? What are you working towards? What's the purpose of working out? Put it in places you can see it so you can read it. I gotta do it because of that. Okay. Accountability buddy, a good one who's going to be get your ass up off the couch, which is great that you guys are both in the inner circle together, but giddy up. It's go time. Just start moving. 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. Mm-hmm. Mel Robbins. 5-second rule. When you know you need to do something, start counting backwards from 5 and get your ass moving before it hits 1. Mm-hmm. Even if it means like, I just got to put my shoes on. Let me just sit up, just getting into motion. If I'm laying on the couch and I'm like, I got to work out, shit, 5, 4. Okay, I just got to get up. Like just getting into motion. An object in motion wants to stay in motion. So just get up and just start making progress. Then get your shoes on, then get out the door. Cool. Okay. Look at inspiring posts on social media. Don't go to social media to like just F around. Like search something specific to get motivated to be like, okay, cool. These people are doing things and they're moving and it gets you going. Lean into the Facebook group, like Sarit said. How do we resolve the actual issue though? You're tired. Okay. There are moments when there is a level of tired that it might not be beneficial for you to work out. Most people, it's an excuse and a justification to not work out. In some cases, you are literally so tired that it's not a good idea to work out. So carefully consider, but make sure you're not just simply making an excuse or justifying, I'm so tired, it's not going to be good for my body. Like make sure you're not just using it as a justification. You know when you know. Then why are you tired? Did you not get enough sleep? Maybe we need to create a different evening routine. Maybe we need to create better sleep habits. So
also,
you're not so tired.
when are you trying to work out?
Yeah. When are you working out? Does the workout time need to change? Also, are you drinking Focus from X Endurance? Shake some of that up in a cup. Go time.
Yeah, you guys, the most powerful thing with regards to like not even considering motivation to like interfere with your workouts is to set a routine around your workouts. And, you know, setting a routine requires consistency. So we're talking about a consistent time, a consistent activity that you do beforehand, a consistent activity that you do, you know, like afterwards. That way, like you are creating a bulletproof habit where there is no thinking. It just is a part of your day. And regardless of how you feel, you're going to get it done either way. Because like for us, there is many days where we're sore, we're this, but like, we're never like, oh, do you think like we should skip a workout today? Absolutely not. It's a non-negotiable.
At this point, like before, there were times I totally would. Like even
that's why the first thing I said.
Hold on, even up to a couple years ago, even up to a year ago, I would have like still skipped some.
And that's why the first thing that I said, it really depends on where you're at in your journey. I'm speaking from my present self, Sarit. Yeah. Like I know that regardless of how I feel when I wake up in the morning, like I just got my period, I'm crampy, I'm whatever, right? Like it doesn't matter. Like none of this matter because getting in a workout is just like showing up for another appointment. Like what is my real excuse for not showing up? Okay, but give yourself some grace. Know that it takes some trial and error, lots and lots of accountability, and, you know, courage to lean in to your coach and to the community when you're getting outside of your comfort zone, you know? But seriously, when you sit on the couch before you want to work out, the likelihood of you wanting to get up and work out when the couch is comfy is just, it's a lot slimmer. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah. Now in the life that we're in now and with the discipline that we've created and the habits that we've made, it isn't a negotiable. It's never a thought usually in our mind of like, should I do this workout or not do this workout? Mm-hmm. If there's something going on where we end up like, and usually we don't just simply skip a workout. We will rearrange the day in which we do that workout. It will happen on a different day. It's not just like, I skip it and it just goes away. Now there was like a day and a half a few weeks ago where I wasn't really feeling good. Like
you got really sick.
Yeah. No, I didn't get really sick.
Like it's weird when you're feeling weird. I'm like, What's going
I
on?
didn't get really sick, like throwing up. I didn't get a
No.
fever. I didn't get any of that, but my body felt exhausted and I just like, I didn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like super rare that that happens. So it's like when it does, I know. And I'm like, I gotta like, nothing felt appetizing. Like for me, that's strange. So in those, like it was probably 3 or 4 days, I didn't work out. 3 or 4 days, which is okay. Completely skipped them. But for me in that moment, it was like, if I work out, I'm actually like, for one, I feel like garbage. I feel exhausted. I don't even want to stand up. I don't even want to sit up. I just want to lay down. In that moment, it would have been dumb for me to be like, discipline, I gotta work out. You know, so when you know, you know. But that's an awareness that you get more familiar with as you create discipline. Most of the time, they're justifications. Now, at this moment now, we don't ever, aside from that, like skip a workout, just not a negotiable thing. So you will get to that point if you are consistent.
Yeah, just keep on leaning in, keep showing up, keep on embracing your failures, but not to a point where it's like, I failed, I'm going to embrace it and move on. It's like, no, like, what did you learn from this? And what is your commitment and your correction for next time? Great question.
All right. Trisha Weeks. Trisha from Ohio. I saw your Instagram TV clip about,
so cute, Trisha.
About stevia and how they changed their packaging, which led you to discover the ingredients changed and now it's made with organic cane sugar. So I looked at my box and I have the same one we had. You guys got the same one you had before or the same one we said we had?
Like the white with the green.
You guys got me to switch to stevia from Splenda, and I really enjoy it in my coffee and plain Greek yogurt every day. I heard you say you threw out the newly packaged one and switched to another stevia. I found one that is made with dextrose and stevia leaf. Is that better than cane sugar? Which one do you use now? And P.S. Thanks for changing my life. XOXO.
Trisha.
Look, they still make the original. They still make the original formula. What had happened was the one that Costco was carrying, they made a new one, basically. They made a new formula. I don't think they changed it. I think they still make the other one. But they made a new one and Costco decided they were going to carry that one. And I didn't realize. I just thought they changed the packaging, like the outside of it. So I was like, okay, I got it. And then we got it and it had organic cane sugar. And look, like for most people, it wouldn't be a big deal. It really wouldn't be a big deal. We just like started adding up, you know, okay, I have one in my coffee. Okay, I have one here, you know, and over a year's time, that adds up. So am I willing to make that change? No. Okay. So we just got the original one from a different store. So now I'm not sure if you're talking about I have the same one, meaning the original one, or the same one, meaning the same one we ended up getting from Costco, which had the organic cane sugar.
So, okay, let's talk about dextrose versus cane sugar. So dextrose is a form of sugar. In fact, dextrose is one of the 5 sources of carbohydrates that are found in the fuel 5, actually. That's just a side fact. But Trisha, here's the thing. Like we want to keep the main thing. And for me, like the main thing, like I know about your journey a little bit. Like, I mean, considering how far you've come and you've switched from Splenda to stevia, like, is it a really big deal that there is, I think it's 2 grams of sugar per packet?
I think it's 1.
Maybe it's 1.
I think it's 1.
It's trace and it's not a big deal. Yeah. And, you know, just knowing where you're at in your journey, I will tell you that this is definitely not going to hinder your progress by all means. However, it's just for you to consider. If you're like, no, like as long as I know that I can do a better than choice, then let me do the better than choice. And I would tell you, like, the reality is that they still have the stevia in the raw, because this is what we still have. And it says, you said that Kroger carries the new one. See if another store has the stevia in the raw. I mean, the reality is that, and this is why Amazon is taking over the world, and by all means, is because they have everything. So, it just comes down to what is really the level of importance of you switching it. And, like if you find it more important to make sure that your stevia is clean and there is nothing that is being added to it, then, just go and get it from somewhere else.
There is also liquid stevia.
Yeah.
So you can see if they have that.
And there is monk fruit as well.
But I do want to say, like, Trisha, with where you're at right now,
yeah,
your goals are different than our goals.
Yeah.
And so there's differences that need to be paid attention to that you don't necessarily need to in this moment that you're at.
Agreed.
So when, like, I don't think it's worth you like throwing it away. Use it, but then on the next one, like, strive to get the better variety. That is not going to hold you back in any way, shape, or form. It's so minute. It's just something that we pay attention to because of where we are at in our journey and what our goals are. So it's different. So you have to consider that. I wouldn't like feel like you have to go throw it out.
Yeah. You're doing great. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Yep. Beth Lewis from Waxhaw. Did I say Waxhaw?
That's Beth Lewis from the Underground Training Club, right?
Yeah, but Waxhaw.
Wax on.
North Carolina, if anybody's wondering. NC. All right. Not a weight loss question. Don't be sorry. It's all good.
That's good. I mean, our hope is that over time we will no longer have weight loss questions, because you guys have all reached your goals, and now
there will always be new people coming in. No doubt.
Right.
Okay, this one is not a weight loss question. How does one put on weight the right way? I did all 4 burn zones, lost 30-ish pounds, now in the UTC and still dropping weight, even though I'm trying to add muscle weight. Okay, I see. I have an idea. Currently, she knows we need more details. Currently at 122 pounds, losing about a half a pound a week, which is really starting to add up. My goal weight is 130, but not chubby belly 130, which is what I was. I weigh myself once a week because my doctor told me that at 128, I need to gain a few pounds. And here I am 4 months later, 8 pounds down. Ooh, you're 120 pounds. I wonder how tall you are. People are
great,
telling me to eat more, but I don't think I eat so much. I want to continue eating healthy, just not putting on weight poorly by becoming badass. Food intake: coffee, milk, stevia, 1 cup of oats cooked in almond milk with a cup of blueberries, tablespoon of cottage cheese. I would add some fat to that breakfast. Protein shake made with almond milk.
I would add some protein too. 2 tablespoons of cottage.
Oh, yeah. 2 tablespoons of cottage, or like you could do a scoop of like a protein powder in the oatmeal.
Okay, I do that. Just add a scoop of the chocolate
or vanilla
protein.
Chocolate or vanilla. Like some people are chocolate people.
Person. Yeah, whatever. If you're a vanilla person, then do your vanilla.
Yeah, add a scoop of X Endurance protein to that breakfast.
Yes.
Maybe without the cottage cheese. That might be weird.
No, it's not. It's not. It's going to be amazing.
Okay, great. Protein shake made with almond milk, a handful of kale, a cup of frozen cranberries, a frozen banana, protein powder, one week vegan powder, next week muscle milk powder. Ditch the muscle milk.
Okay, Beth Lewis, please reach out to us after this. Like you're
send me a message,
the wrong stuff.
Send me a message, Beth. Dinner, a big. You guys ever had a bass, an ENS bass? It's a big ass salad with grilled chicken, half an avocado, slivered almonds. I'm curious what the dressing is, But it looks like that there could be more things in that, maybe.
Carb. We need to add a carb for her dinner.
Like a quinoa, some kind of quinoa
Sweet
in there,
potatoes.
or sweet potatoes. Usually I have a peach or some other fruit as a snack at some point during the day. I will have a piece of bread with 2 tablespoons of crunchy peanut butter. And let's not forget about the occasional cup of tea with a cookie or 3. Hey,
okay, Beth Lewis, here's what needs to happen.
a few adjustments. Don't make a lot at one time. But
no. I mean, look, and like shit's moving forward.
You gotta eat. That. You gotta eat.
But we
everybody in here is like, fuck you, Beth. I want to have this.
So what happens when you get to the underground training club? Your body, like,
you're a monster.
All right. So breakfast, you need to add 1 full serving of protein.
Yeah, she's taking notes.
Okay.
1 full serving of
and talk to Erin after this because you need to get on the good stuff.
Get me.
Okay. Your lunch is fine, except for your protein source. That's shit. For dinner,
be specific. The muscle milk, and vegan.
Yeah. Well, look, not all vegan powders are created equal. Most vegan powders are actually do not have enough protein per serving. So you might want to do a double serving. Hence why I just talked to Erin. Dinner. Add a serving of carb. Look, especially if you're looking to bulk up with muscle, you need maybe carbs.
Yeah, I would say we could even progress to 2 servings, but
not yet.
Start with 1.
Yeah,
with 1.
We'll start with 1. And when you talk to Erin, also if you're looking to bulk up,
creatine, baby,
creatine for sure.
Yeah. Creatine.
So that would,
and we're not talking about Arnold Schwarzenegger's sister. For those that are oh, bulk up creatine. I'm never taking creatine. I don't want to be bulky. Actually, I think many of you in our community want to be what we would call bulky. Y'all want Sarit's arms. I get it. But what
about Erin's legs?
But creatine helps the muscles to absorb the nutrients. There's so many good things about it. And to be honest, I think every female everywhere should be taking a good quality source of creatine every single day, whether you work out or whether you don't work out. So we'll have a chat about it. But those are the adjustments. It's 2 to 3 adjustments for now.
Yeah.
Do that for a couple of weeks and see what happens. It's good. That's so good.
Mm-hmm. All right, you guys. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode. Tomorrow is Wealth Wednesdays, where we're going to be talking about all things with maybe generating more income, sales, finances, that sort of thing.
Watch my dance. You guys know the chicken dance? Okay, this is the wealth one. Anyways, all right.
So good.
That was my money dance.
All right, you guys. We hope that you enjoyed today's episode. And if you know somebody who would definitely benefit from listening to this conversation or being a part of our community, just share this video or this link based on where you're watching it so that they can be a part of this community as well. You guys, we're on a mission to transform the lives of millions through the same movement, nutrition, lifestyle, and financial habits that have transformed ours. We're super grateful for you, taking the time to ask these valuable questions so that you can enhance your lives. We appreciate you, doing that for your own self because most people won't. So continue being great friends, and we will catch you tomorrow at noon Eastern. Bye.
Bye.